Welcome to my channel. I ran a poll on YouTube on what video to be next after uploading the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7.0 in 2025 video recently. A majority of users preferred jailbreaking iOS 12 iPhone 5s to be the next video before the 2013 flagship Phone Wars video took the top spot, which led to delaying this video until after 2013 flagship Phone Wars video was uploaded. Anyways, this is the iPhone 5s, which I made a video about its experience in 2025, running iOS 12.4.4, and I am going to update to iOS 12.5.7. The process of jailbreaking an iPhone 5s on iOS 12.5.7 should be basically the same as iOS 12.4.4. So I spent 15 minutes downloading and installing the iOS 12.5.7 update to the iPhone 5s. Now that I updated my iPhone 5s to the latest supported version, which is iOS 12.5.7, let's try to jailbreak my iPhone 5s using Checkra1n. I booted Ubuntu on my laptop and went to the Checkra1n website. I downloaded the latest version of Checkra1n for Linux, which is version 0.2.14 in beta form. I opened the terminal app to install this file. When I tried to install this file, it did start installing the file, but I encountered an error when trying to install this file. The error is that the file depends on the libncurses5 package, but it is not installable. I am also attempting to install Uncover to the iPhone. I switched to Windows 11 on my laptop, since iTunes doesn't work on Linux, and went to the Uncover website, and then downloaded the IPA file. Next, I went to the iTunes download site and successfully downloaded iTunes and ran this file. I tried to install this file but got an error saying the system has not been modified. I got some feedback from some Discord users and they said to sideload Chimera IPA with Legacy iOS Kit, so I switched to Ubuntu on my laptop, went to the Legacy iOS Kit repository on GitHub, and downloaded the 86MB Linux x86-64 zip file, and also downloaded the Chimera IPA from their website. I am opening the restore.sh file via the terminal application. I entered my password and then I selected the sideload IPA option. I selected the Chimera IPA file and then selected the install IPA option. My laptop downloaded the necessary files to sideload an IPA file to the iPhone. After downloading these files, I had to log into my Apple account and enter the authentication code. After that, it's time to sideload the Chimera IPA file, which went well. Now that I have successfully sideloaded Chimera to the iPhone, it's time to switch back to the iPhone. After sideloading Chimera, it's time to sign the sideloaded up. I am going to Settings, then General, then Device Management, and then clicked my email address under the Developer App section. I click the Trust button and click the Trust button again in the pop-up to trust the developer. Now, the app is signed and ready to use to jailbreak my iPhone 5s. Now it's time to jailbreak the iPhone using Chimera. I am opening the Chimera app and tapping the Jailbreak button to attempt to jailbreak. Unfortunately, on the first attempt, the jailbreak failed at 1/3. I tried to jailbreak with tweaks disabled and rootfs restored, but both the workarounds failed. I went to Reddit and saw some more workarounds. One of the workarounds I tried using is by rebooting, turning airplane mode, and clearing web data, which doesn't help because while during the jailbreak, the iPhone prompts to reboot the phone, but after rebooting, the jailbreak is unsuccessful. I decided to give the iPhone a 30-second break where the iPhone is locked. After that, I tried jailbreaking again using Chimera, and it eventually gets to 3/3 and got a reboot prompt, and confirmed to reboot. And during the reboot process, it briefly shows a Chimera background and disappears before rebooting into Apple logo. Now, the Chimera jailbreak is successful. The iPhone 5s remains in a jailbroken state until it is rebooted. Once rebooted, the iPhone 5s will be unjailbroken. Luckily, Chimera, which normally needs to be resigned every week, is not needed to re-jailbreak the iPhone, because a website URL can do that. I am opening Safari and going to the jbme.h4cac.kr URL in the address bar, and once loaded, tap Re-jailbreak. Wait for around 30 seconds, closing pop-ups if necessary, until a pop-up saying Re-jailbreak is done. Tap User Space Reboot to reboot the iPhone into a jailbroken state. Jailbreaking iPhone 5s gives more customizability and control over the device. Once jailbroken, the Sileo App Store is added to the iPhone, where there are lots of tweaks to customize the device. Filza is also useful for viewing the root directory of the iPhone. One of the tweaks that customizes the home screen swiping animation is Cylinder, where you can set different swiping animations. Another tweak is the Little XS, which turns the iPhone 5s into iPhone X, XS, 11, or even 17 Pro Max by adding the swiping gestures as found in newer iPhones. A font lets you change the system font to anything. As jailbreaking iPhones have been perfectly legal since 2010, thanks to a DMCA exemption, and brings new life to the old iPhone, you can jailbreak the iPhone 5S using Chimera. Thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment if you jailbroke an old iPhone. Subscribing helps reach the goal of 500 subscribers by the end of year.